Good morning, students. Today I am going to continue chapter 2. We have already discussed that the density of a substance directly depends on how tightly the molecules are packed in it. This is because of the molecules are tightly packed. It implies more number of molecules in it and hence more mass is in the given volume. Similarly, if the molecules are loosely packed in the given volume, there are lesser number of molecules occupying the same space and hence less mass for the same volume. Hence, among the different states of matter, solids are most tightly packed and gases are most loosely packed, while liquids lie in between the two. Therefore, among these three states, solids are most dense, followed by liquids and gases. The table displayed on the screen shows the densities of some common substances. If we observe the table, the substances in which the molecules are densely packed are having more density, whereas the substances in which the molecules are loosely packed are having less density. Applications of relative density. The relative density of a substance gives us an idea of whether the substance will sink or float in water. If the relative density of a substance is less than 1, it means it is lighter than water and it will float on water, whereas a substance with relative density greater than 1 implies it is heavier than water and will sink in it. For example, wood having relative density 0.85 floats in water, whereas an iron ball sinks in water because its relative density is more than 1. So, depending upon the densities of two liquids, a solid may sink in one of them while float in the other. For example, if we take an ice cube, it will float on water, but it will sink in cooking oil. Law of flotation. The law of flotation states that when a body floats in a liquid, the total weight of the body is equal to the weight of the liquid displaced by its immersed part. In short, we can write weight of the floating body is equal to weight of the liquid displaced by its immersed part. Principle of flotation. When a body is immersed in a liquid, there are two forces acting on it. One is acting vertically downwards, that is the weight of the body. Second is the force acting vertically upward. It is called the buoyant force. There are three cases that take place when a body is immersed in a liquid. Case 1 is the buoyant force is greater than the weight of the body. If the buoyant force is greater than the weight of the body, the body will float. The resultant force is acting upward. The body will float above the liquid surface. The body will have only that part immersed in the liquid by which the weight of the liquid displaced balances the total weight of the body. So if the buoyant force is greater, the body will float on the liquid. Case 2. The buoyant force is equal to the weight of the body. In this case, the resultant force is 0. That is, the body will float inside the liquid surface. This takes place when the body has a density equal to the density of the liquid. So in this case, the buoyant force is equal to the weight of the body and the body is floating inside the liquid. Case 3. The buoyant force is smaller than the weight of the body. In this case, the resultant force of the body acts downwards. As the force is acting downwards, the body will sink. The buoyant force is very small, whereas the weight of the body is maximum. So the body sinks to the bottom. Some applications of flotation. First one, flotation of an iron ship. An iron nail sinks in the water, but a ship made of iron does not. This is because the density of iron is more than that of water. The weight of the iron nail is greater than the buoyant force of the water. Therefore, the nail sinks in water, whereas the ship has huge empty space inside it which contains air. Due to this hollow design, the average density of the ship is always less than that of water. This leads to the flotation of ship on water. The ship contains huge empty space inside the ship. Therefore, the density of the ship becomes less as compared to the density of water. The other applications of flotation will be explained in the next class. Thank you and God bless you.